I'm good. I
The
got
reason
your
I called was, well, you didn't post my number on that, did you?
No.
Okay, well, this is the thing. When I was actually at my school for my cosmetology, and Nikkole, when I got home, she was at my house. And
Today?
she's like, I need you today. She called, I called twice because she called and I hung up and she's like, no, I need you to do this. I can't in my heart lie for her anymore. I mean, I have a daughter. It brings tears to my eyes. I can't do it.
So,
She didn't have a baby. And I'm sorry for lying to you right there. On air. I paused a couple times. You could even hear me because she was telling me what to say. She was writing it. And, I can't use that as an excuse, but I didn't know what to do, if that makes sense. I didn't know what to do at the moment.
Did you, from the beginning, did you know that there was no baby?
I knew there was no baby. Well, Nikkole, the whole time was, she was saying she was pregnant. I thought in the beginning, I had suspicion it wasn't true, but I never, really questioned. I didn't want to question her on it because I didn't know, I didn't know what to think, and I wasn't really, I don't live by her that much anymore, so I wasn't really seeing her as I was every time, but I knew, I could tell by the way her belly was, when anyone would go to touch it, she'd freak out. I could tell like that, and, I'm ready to just, because as myself, my boyfriend even said, my boyfriend is a nurse, and he made me look at it this way after I told him about it. He said, I have babies fighting for their life right now on, life support, and she's doing that. Do you get what I'm saying?
So earlier you told us that you live an hour away from her now, right?
She lives in Monroe, and I live in Taylor. It's a 45-minute drive, 45-minute drive.
So was she already in town whenever this happened, and then she came by your school? She came by your house, or what?
What happened was I was at my school, and she kept blowing up my phone, and I was like, Nikkole, I'm filling out papers and stuff in my school right now. She's like, I need to talk to you. I was like, I can't talk right now. And then as I left the school, I called her. I was like, what's up? I had my daughter with me, too. I was like, why are you blowing up my phone? She's like, I'm at your house. I was like, you're at my house. My mom was with me, too. So when I got home, Nikkole was at my house, and she's like, I need you to do this thing. We have 6 minutes. I was like, what? And she, talked really fast, and then the first time she called, I hung up. I was like, I can't do it. And then she's like, Sam, seriously, just do it. So I was like, whatever. I didn't really, I didn't realize what it really was. Until, I realized it was an error after I started talking to you. But I don't know what I have to do, but I have to, in my heart, I can't lie to Nikkole anymore. People do need to know the truth.
So do you feel like this is going to cost you your friendship?
The truth is, it's not really a friendship if you can lie to someone like that, and you can, she was never my friend to really do that. Do you know what I mean?
So at what point did she tell you that it wasn't true and that she wasn't pregnant?
Sorry, I had a slug on me.
Ew.
Oh my gosh, sorry. I found out she wasn't pregnant after, there was a bunch of stuff on Facebook about, I hadn't really talked to Nikkole. There was a bunch of stuff on Facebook when she was seen at, it was the fair or something without her belly, and she got caught by someone, and then she went on to say that, she had the baby. And I asked her numerous times to tell me what was going on, and she said, no. And then she called me over, and she's like, just come over, I'll tell you. So I went over there, and she didn't have a belly, obviously. And I was like, what in the world is going on? She showed me her fake belly, and she said she did this. She's doing it for money. That's what she told me. She's doing it for money because she's going to get paid for this, I guess. She showed me her fake belly. It was you know how a baby onesie, buttons by the diaper?
Mm-hmm.
It was like a suit like that. I went over her arms. It was there's a belly. It looks real when you have clothes over it. And she said she did that, and then I said to her, I said, Nikkole, how did you fake the pregnancy test that you took? Because she did a video where she faked the pregnancy test. She took it like, video recorded that she took it. And she said what she did was she bought 2 of the same boxes of pregnancy tests. And she said that she had her cousin pee, like her pregnant pee, so their cousin was pregnant too. And she put it in, like, the cap of the pregnancy test. And she set it on the side, and she said that she took the pregnancy test, acted like she peed on it, and then put the cap that her cousin had the big pee in to, like, on it so it would turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how she did the thing. And then she said she photoshopped her pictures. She found, I mean, you can see it on Google where she got her ultrasound pictures. There's the same ultrasound on there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until after the pictures came out. So the tweets that you tweeted that we talked about earlier.
That was because
I
was very, very mad. I think I was more hurt about it because I thought Nikkole was, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm Nikkole's best friend, and she lied to me her whole pregnancy about it.
And you guys were pregnant, or so-called pregnant together.
Right. We were pregnant. I was, and this is when I realized, like, part of me started to doubt Nikkole was when I was pregnant, was because we went to the casino with my parents. We went up to Mount Pleasant at the casino, and I was 3 months pregnant, and Nikkole had been saying she was pregnant, and then I called her out on it, and I was like, Nikkole, you're just doing this for attention, just stop. And then after I called her out on it, we didn't talk about it anymore. At the casino, she got completely wasted and drunk. Nikkole did.
Huh.
And that's when I kind of, like, you know what I mean? I was like, if you were, regardless, you wouldn't drink if you were pregnant, period, for no reason.
So, okay, so when she came to your house today in order to get on the show with us, was Lyle with her?
No, Lyle was at home with Nikkole's mom, Ricky. She came, I guess she must have talked to you guys earlier. I don't know how she got a hold of you guys.
What happened with that? So, the story came out with Radar this morning. Mm-hmm. So, Nikkole obviously got paid for the story from Radar because she wanted to come on our show, but couldn't because she can't do anything with anyone for the next 10 days because she made that agreement after she got paid.
Right.
Or actually before she got paid. So she wasn't able to talk to us, but she wanted, I guess, the more, backup to say that, all these rumors aren't true or whatever. So she was like, I can't talk to you for 10 more days, but I'm going to get my friend Sam to talk to you. She even told us that she was going to tell you, she was going to be there, and she was going to be able to tell you the answers to questions that we might have asked about her. So,
right. In the beginning of the call, like, if you remember how I was, like, kind of, like, quiet for a second when she was, when you were asking about her, when she supposedly had the baby, because she was right next to me, and she had to tell me what to say, if that makes sense.
Right. So, what do you think is going to happen when this comes out?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
What do you think is going to happen when this comes out? Are you expecting a backlash from her?
I'm sure she's going to say things about me, but what can you really say about me? You know what I mean? What are you going to use on me?
Right.
And it's not, and I don't care if Nikkole retaliates. The thing is, it's one thing for a girl to say, you know what, I'm pregnant, whatever. Cool, girls do it all the time. But for you to fake a baby's death, something is wrong.
Right.
She was going to go as far as going to the cemetery and getting a tombstone for the baby. Something's not right in your head there. It's not.
She actually got a tombstone for the baby?
She wanted to. That was her plan. She was going to go there. She was going to get a tombstone and things like that. I don't know why she didn't end up doing that, but that was her initial plan. And it's not that she's just hurting. It's not that she's just hurting, I guess, her reputation, but she's hurting people that have lost a child and have, you know what I mean, know what it feels like.
Okay, so there was a lot of drama at the beginning with the guy who supposedly got her pregnant.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, because what it was is Mike is dating a girl named Carrie. And pretty much as soon as they started dating, Nikkole said she was pregnant. And Mike and them obviously didn't believe her. And Nikkole carried on with telling them that they were going to have a baby. And not only did she make someone think that she was going to have a baby, she then said, "Oh, your baby's dead."
Wow. So does her family know that she was faking it, or do they think it was real? Because she lives with them, right?
She lives with her mom, and as I haven't really got a chance. I mean, me and her mom are really close, but her mom doesn't really like to talk about it. We don't really.
Okay.
She just doesn't like to talk about it.
So, I mean, you would have to know, or at least her mother would have to know at some point that Nikkole wasn't actually pregnant. And if
right, I mean, because if you were a mom, you'd want to go to the ultrasounds with her.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, so then, but not only that, when it comes to her saying that she's doing this for money, I mean, first of all, who's going to pay her for that? Like, where does the money come in? Does it come in because she's, people are paying attention to her and she's getting extra clicks on her Zulia link? Or, I mean, I don't know.
She said that, like, I mean, she's getting money because, I mean, whoever she sold this story to, supposedly that's supposed to be giving her this $2,500. She can't talk for 10 days, so she's doing it there, and you know what I mean? Like, she's finding people to believe her in a way and get money from it.
So, have they even paid her yet? Or
no,
does she have to wait until the 10 days is
she
up?
has to wait until, like, 10 days or something until she gets paid. And then, like, I Googled it, like, what kind of legal trouble you can get into, like, you know what I mean, for doing this. And it's not illegal to fake a pregnancy, but it's illegal once you start accepting gifts. You know what I mean? Like, once you start, like, for instance,
profiting from it?
Right.
Okay.
So, and the matter of the fact is, Nikkole needs she needs help if she thinks that this is normal.
True. Okay, so do you think that in the future you're going to be able to be friends with her again? Or are you going to be friends with her?
I want Nikkole, I've asked Nikkole, I said to Nikkole today after all this, I said, Nikkole, I said, why don't I help you find a way to be honest with people? I said, obviously, you're going to lose what you've lost. You know, you're going to lose a lot of respect from people, but they'll have just a little bit more respect for you saying, you know what, I lied. Me and Nikkole has always been here for me, and I try my best to be here for Nikkole, but I can't be there for her when I don't, like, I feel in my heart what she did was wrong, if that makes sense. I don't look at her the same.
Well, and you have a brand new baby.
Because I'm a mom now, I don't know.
Okay, so, do you anticipate that Nikkole is going to do something besides just on Twitter? I mean, do you think that she's going to come to your house? Do you think that it's going to come to, like a confrontation between you guys?
I mean, she can come to my house. I think Nikkole, she's going to be mad, but I think eventually down the road when she grows up, she realized that I did this to help her, in a way. Because I'm not doing it, like, if I wanted to be like Nikkole and make money off of it, that's not what I'm trying to do at all. I just want Nikkole to eventually look back and be like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Right. So then you think at that point maybe you guys will actually be able to salvage your friendship?
I do. I think it's going to take a little while. If I was that worried about it, I wouldn't be coming out and doing it, but I had to ask myself, too, what's more important, a friendship or living a lie, if that makes sense. Because it's eventually going to come out, and I'm going to look just as bad as her. All day today, it's been eating me up that I even lied.
So did you not realize when it happened that it would be like a radio show? Did you not realize that that's what it was, or what?
No, I didn't realize it. I mean, the first time I called it, just, I heard, talking, so I didn't really know what to do, and then she was just saying, hold on, someone is going to talk to you. So I kind of, I thought it was just going to be someone who was going to be like, hey, asking me questions, but not, like, on air.
Like this? Okay.
Right.
All right. So, I'm trying to figure out, you know, even where we go from here because...
And I want to apologize to you guys again.
Well,
for
we
lying
appreciate
to you.
that. Well, we appreciate that, and we appreciate, you know, because when you can actually make it right, that, I mean,
Right.
how can we continue to be mad? So, you know, on one hand, it's like, we don't want to look bad because we said the wrong thing, but, I mean, that happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's journalism for you, and it's going to happen, but we do appreciate that you came back to make it right.
Thank you.
Holly, do you have any other questions that you want to ask?
No, I'm kind of in shock right now.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, when you guys said earlier, I don't know what one it was, one of you guys were like, well, I think I know what was going on, so I thought you guys already knew the truth, and then I told my mom about it, and I had my mom listen to it, and she's like, well, maybe, you know, they know you're lying. And I was like, well, maybe I should just call him. I mean, I didn't know how to, like, get a hold of you, so I had to go to your ask thing just so I could, I don't know, I just didn't feel good about myself.
Well, we did a Skype interview with her probably about, like, 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. And Lyle was in it with her, and, you know.
And I knew, sorry to cut you off, but this came to my mind. I said in the beginning, because when I was at Nikkole's house one time, it was back in April, I was fighting with my husband at the time. It was like April or something right then and there. It was in April. I went through Nikkole's phone because I didn't believe that she was pregnant. Like, something kept telling me she wasn't, but I didn't want to say anything to her. Because in the end, I wanted to see, like, what she was, you know what I mean, how the story was going to end.
Yeah.
So I didn't say anything to her. And I swear on my daughter's life, I went through her phone, and I seen a picture of a dead stillborn. She had a dead baby as a stillborn. But I didn't say anything because I didn't know why it was there. But I kind of, like, was like, why do you have a picture of a dead baby? You know what I mean? And
right.
that's when I even told my boyfriend, I said, you know, she's going to say that the baby died. And then I was right. And then I didn't even tell you guys this. After the fact, her mom, Ricky, obviously her mom knew Nikkole wasn't pregnant because Ricky was in the hospital. She had a kidney stone, and they admitted her. And after Nikkole said she had the baby, she went up to the hospital. And when I had Charlie, she stole from the hospital. She stole, like, the gowns that they give you, like the mom. She stole a newborn pad. She stole and I didn't know this when I was having my daughter. She told me this after the fact. She showed me all of it. She stole a receiving blanket. She actually stole my daughter's receiving blanket. We couldn't find it when I was leaving the hospital, and we thought they just picked it up and tossed it, but it was, she took the receiving blanket, a newborn pad, the mother gown, and what else did she take? I don't remember the, like, little nose thing from the hospital. And when her mom was in the hospital, she went up to the hospital when her mom was admitted, bought a fake baby doll, and, like, put the hat on it and, like, wrapped it up and, like, took pictures with Lyle kissing the baby and, like, laying in the bed like she just had a baby. Like, she wouldn't, like, obviously show the picture. She didn't show the baby's face. She just showed, like, the head and the blanket and stuff like that to make you think, like, she had the baby. But she had, like, Lyle kissing this baby doll.
Wow.
Her mom knew what was going on because, you know what I mean, she took the pictures and she was
she used her mom's hospital bed to take these pictures.
Yeah, when her mom was in the hospital for the kidney stones, she was admitted. Nikkole actually went up to the hospital and had her mom get out of bed and laid in the bed and had, like, she put her fake belly back on and covered up with, like, you know, the hospital gown and things like that, and like hugged this baby like it was dead. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, it just gets more and more crazy. Like, I don't know how like, when she told me it, I was so, like, in shock. I was like, this isn't normal.
So today she kind of chased you down to lie for her.
Yeah, I was at my school, and like I said, she was blowing up my phone, and by the time, she didn't even tell me, over the phone what was going on, and by the time I was done talking to her, I mean, my school's a minute away, she was at my house already.
Man.
And she's like, we have 6 minutes to do this, kind of ran it by me, and like I said, if you guys look, I called twice, and the first time I hung up, and then I called back the second time. Well, you know, she had me call back the second time and kind of, like, told me what to say, and I was really, like, she told me the teddy bear thing. That was the first time I heard about the teddy bear thing today.
Wow. So she's supposed to get $2,500 in 10 days because of the story that she told to Radar.
Correct.
Wow. Okay. So, I don't even know what to say. There's so much, and it's so crazy.
That's disgusting. People actually...
It's very disgusting. And like I said, it's one thing to say I'm pregnant and then just never talk about it again, because girls do it all the time.
Right.
You know, they'll tell their boyfriend when they aren't together, oh, I'm pregnant. But to go as far as, like, wearing a fake belly...
Right, and people actually have stillborn babies all the time, you know?
Right.
And they have to go through that, but she didn't go through that. That's gross.
No, I mean, and if you look at her story, it doesn't even... I mean, the picture that you guys have, I can say, I had my daughter, and my stomach went flat pretty fast. I can say that my stomach was back to normal 2 days later. But still, my daughter's almost 2 months old, and I'm still bleeding. There's no way in hell you're going to get in a bikini 2 days after you have a baby.
And hang out at the lake.
Right. There's no way. And physically, I could hardly even move.
That's sad. So, does your boyfriend know that you're making it right and telling him that
Yes,
it's not
he was,
true?
you know, he was the one that really encouraged me, because there was, he works with children and stuff. He's going to school for a nurse, and he just made it clear to me. He said, you know, I have babies I see all day that are fighting for their lives and really are dying, and she's just looking at it as a joke. And she told me today, too, this is what she told me today. I said, Nikkole, people know, you know, you're lying about it. A lot of people in Mineral do call her out on it, that she's lying about it. And she said, I have more people believing me, like, through the fame that she thinks she's getting from it, than she really cares what people in Mineral think.
Okay, so what is your Twitter name so we can follow you?
It is Samantha Day. I followed you because I was going to see if, like, you'd follow me back so I could just message you, but then I seen the Twitter thing.
Okay, so let me go.
Or the app that you had.
Okay, I found you. I just followed you. All right, good.
You sound you sound a lot better now. You sounded sad
I know,
today.
I was so, like, scared. Because I didn't know what to say. I was like,
You were being
I
forced
don't know how
into
you guys didn't say you're full of shit, because, I mean, you guys have never talked to me before, but
it's such it's such a serious thing. How do you really, even as a reporter, how do you say you're full of shit when somebody's talking about a dead baby, you know?
Well, and then we were getting mentions on Twitter, and somebody was saying, this girl's lying, and we even talked about it, and we're like, you know, that's not even right, because she just lost a baby.
Right.
But she is lying.
Right, it was in my voice, anyone that knows me that would have watched or heard that would have been like, she's full of herself, because I was saying, like every 3 seconds, I was like,
That is
we appreciate you letting us know what's really going on, and if you think of anything else, you have my phone number, so you can text or call or whatever.
I will, and if you guys want to know anything else, you know, you can call me. I just want to make it right. I mean, I don't know what you guys are going to do with this stuff, but the truth has to be told. She can't live a lie forever, and especially getting gifts and things like for it is just crazy.
Well, I think that the way that we'll handle it is we're going to give her an opportunity to tell the truth with us, and if she doesn't want to do that, then we'll just tell it for her.
Right. And I can even, I don't know, I could try, I don't know when you're going to do it, but I could, like, go over her house and, like, sneak a picture of her belly, like her fake belly, and text it to you, and then you could just say you had everything. But,
well, I don't think you would even have to do that because there's already pictures of it that everybody already knows.
Right. So, I mean, you can just say, I don't know, she may lie to you, but, I mean, you guys know the truth, so you guys probably have a better way of saying, look.
Well, I think that, especially if she knows that it's not going to go away, and it's not just something that some regular Twitter follower is saying, that somebody actually listens to that's saying it. So I think she'll want to clear it up, and if she doesn't, then I think at some point she'll probably wish that she'd cleared it up instead of continuing to add to it.
Because I know Mike, and I spoke with Mike's girlfriend today, and she told me not to say anything, but I'll say it to you or whatever. She actually is, Mike's getting a lawyer because I guess, obviously she's ruining his name too, but Nikkole, and I said this to Nikkole today, I said, Nikkole, what are you going to do if Mike goes to the courthouse and says, he doesn't believe it, but says, she had my baby, and she's saying the baby's dead. They're going to come to your house, and they're going to be like, show me the death certificate. And you're not going to have a death certificate, and people have babies and leave them in dumpsters and, toilets and stuff like that. They're going to eventually, press charges on her.
Right. Something will end up happening, especially if Mike is trying to make something happen and he's the supposed father. So.
Right.
And how long have you guys been friends? How long have you and Nikkole been friends?
I've been friends with Nikkole for almost 6 years.
Okay. So before the 16 and pregnant and everything.
Yeah, before the things just really got into her head, and I think it started to bother her once it died off. You know what I mean? Once it started to.
When she didn't make Teen Mom or anything.
Right.
Man.
Okay. Well, thank you for talking to us, and if you have anything else that you want to tell us, just let us know, and we'll add to it.
Okay, well, thank you so much again, and again, I'm sorry for lying to you guys.
That's okay. We appreciate your honesty now.
It's okay. Thanks, Sam.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
All done.